Hey teachers, so kumusta po kayong lahat dyan? And welcome to my channel, Teacher Jed. So if you really watch our video, last time napag-usapan na po natin yung indicator 1.2.2 and para po sa mga kaka-watch lang ng ating video, ito po ang kailangan ng mga indicators na alam natin if ever we're going to apply for master teacher positions. Ito po ay papasok sa PPST NCOIs or non-classroom observations included sa ating portfolio which is equivalent to 15 points. So ngayon po, we're going to continue our discussion and we are now in indicator 4.4.2. Disclaimer lamang po, if you have additional information or ideas, you can still comment that in our comment section. So let's begin. So in 4.4.2, this indicator is all about participate in collegial discussions that use teacher and learner feedback on enriched teaching practice. So, from the indicator itself, ano ba yung mga MOV or means of verification na dapat ihanda natin? First, to satisfy this indicator, you should prepare your LAC session documentation. Or if ever, kung walang LAC session, inset might be applicable. So, alam naman natin paano mag-document. Next is peer coaching lags. So, if ever we have coaching activities, we can have this. This happens whenever there is peer teaching. Another example is if there is observation or even informal coaching activities as long as there is minutes. So, heto siya, papasok naman yung isa pang minutes that we can provide to satisfy this indicator kasi nakalagay naman dyan, napakalinaw. Participate in collegial discussion. So, another is minutes of department or grade level meetings. So, for sure dyan, dapat naka-highlight dyan that we have participated, we have shared our ideas, that it is all about giving learner feedback to enrich teaching practice. Then, isa pang MOV is feedback forms from peers or students. So, pwede tayo dyan mag-provide ng mga survey form or feedback forms. Next, so to explain this indicator, yung 4.4.2, these records of collaboration with fellow teachers through discussions, coaching logs, and meeting minutes reflecting exchanges about learner feedback and teaching strategies. So, hindi lang ito basta dapat we have to take note ha. Hindi lang ito dapat basta we have shared something. Dapat it focuses on learner feedback and teaching strategies. So, i-highlight nyo po yan. Then, annotation. So, if ever you're going to annotate this MOVs or yung mga provide nyo ng mga materials, so pwede nyo ilagay dyan as annotation, demonstrates collaborative professionalism and reflective practice, highlights how feedback is used to improve teaching. So, napakalinaw naman po yan. And if ever you're going to ask me, do I have to present all these MOVs? Yes, if possible. Kasi sabi nga natin, the more you present, the more MOVs you present, it only show how well you perform, how well you work. And of course, sasabihin po natin, may iba naman na hindi naman na-document, but since this is all about documentation, so we have to provide it. Sa akin lang po yun. If ever may idea kayo, pwede rin po ninyong dagdagan. Next, let us proceed. Let's go to next objective, 5.2.2. What is this indicator all about? Monitor and evaluate learner progress and achievement using learner attainment data. So, describe muna natin itong indicator. Ito siya. Learner performance data. Example, exam results, interventions implemented, evidence of systematic monitoring and evaluation on learner progress or our learner's progress. So, yun po yung description nitong indicator. So, sana po malinaw po yan. At ano ngayon yung mga MOVs na pwede nating i-present? Consolidated Learner Progress Reports. So, yung mga grades, yung mga activities. Kung may mga consolidated tayo dyan, magaling tayo dyan magtago, di ba? Mag-keep, mag-compile, class record, grading sheets, etc. Individual remediation plans, assessment tools with results and analysis. So, yung ating mga item analysis dyan, pwede po dito. So, if we're going to annotate it, so, indicator 5.2.2 validates data-informed instruction and responsiveness to learner needs, shows evidence-based decision-making for student progress. So, I think this one is kayang-kaya po ninyo ito na i-present or maipakita. Gawin lang natin siyang mas presentable. Okay, so nakailan na po tayong indicator? 3. So, sa mga magtatanong po, nasaan po yung paliwanag sa indicator 1.2.2? Nasa una pong video. So, let's proceed sa ating 4th indicator. Okay. Sa ating 4th indicator, 6.1.2, maintain learning environments that are responsive to community context. Let us describe this indicator. So, this project briefs and reports on community-related programs. So, here, we have to present here ano yung mga community-related programs. Correspondence and photos showing parent and community involvement. O yun. So, sa mga nagatanong or sa mga medyo nagsasabi na sayang yung mga community involvement na ginawa nila, well, dito po siya papasok. So, we can include it here wherein you can provide connection between school activities and community activities. How these two areas connect or work together. So, we all know school and community always work together. For your idea or for your MOVs, how this to be proven. So, if ever we have clean and green program documentation, so yung ating mga cleanup drive, pwede dyan, wherein we involve our school or the students, teachers, stakeholders, community engagement activity reports, accomplishment reports, communication letters with the stakeholders, and stakeholder feedback forms. Isa po ito actually sa ibang nakakalimutan natin, yung feedback forms. If ever may kinonduct tayo kasi na activity, dapat meron tayong mga evaluation sheet form. Kung kaya nyo ng digital or online, okay. But then since ito ay community, mas maganda yung mga hard copy ng mga feedback forms, pwede po yan. Gaya sa akin, yung may mga ginawa kong mga cleanup drive, so nagpag-feedback ako sa kanila, sa mga parents, sa mga participants, and yun yung isinama ko sa documentation. So, ang annotation nito, proves responsiveness to local needs, supports inclusive and contextualized learning environment management. So, yan po yung ating pwedeng ilagay dyan. And then, hindi lang naman po sa school po yan or sa community. Pwede rin po yung kapag yung community or if ever we conduct clean up drive sa ating mga schools, sa school natin. So, yun. Then, if ever may sa school, meron din dapat sa community. Actually, vice versa lang po palagi yan. Then, last indicator. So, medyo napahaba po yung video natin. I hope andyan po kayo. Next indicator is 7.4.2. Develop a personal professional improvement plan based on reflection of one's professional learning. So, let us describe this indicator. A development plan based on the recent trainings and reflective practice, evidence of participation in seminars and workshops. So, yung mga trainings natin to, align sa ating profession. So, what are the MOVs to present? IPPD or individual plan for professional development. Ito yung part 4 sa ating IPCRF na ginagawa po natin na meron po tayo nito. For sure, yung mga development needs natin. Meron po tayo dyang video if ever you need sample. Next, participation or certificate in CPD or Slack or INSET programs. Post-training application report. may I just include here, dear teachers or sa mga nanonood natin, sa ngayon po, isa sa pinaka dapat natin i-consider yung ating mga ina-attenda ng mga seminars or programs, it should be NAEP accredited. So, madami pong mga binibigay ng mga trainees yung NAEP. I-search nyo lang po sa Facebook yan. Then, doon po makikita nyo ang daming mga programs or trainings. May online, lalo ng mga online. So, yun po yung attenda natin para po sakto po siya dito. And then, magamit po natin sa ating professional development. So, yan po. Medyo napahaba na yung ating discussion. This is prepared by yours truly, Teacher Jed. If ever there are things that you have to add, please put it in the comment section. Once again, if nakakatulong tayo, you can always subscribe or like this video. God bless po and ingat tayong lahat.